All right, back day, one of my clients, David's in town from Utah. We can get after it today. Watch, it's gonna be wicked.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
One more. Arrow, bitch! Yeah! 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 Go get one more! Go, one more! This will be a good week. God, 10 more, bitch!
Come on, Chris. That's that.
Yeah! More, come on, don't stop me, Bob! Alright guys, there you have it. Back at Elite on a Monday afternoon. Absolutely great freaking session today. I told both Chaz and Dave when we came in, like, I'm going to do a fuckload of rows until my body says no, and that's 100% what we did. So, to do a full recap, we started with a superset of straight arm pull downs with that long handle with a chest supported pull down. And we were just going back and forth there, pyramiding up in the weight stack 2 holes at a time, doing anywhere between 15 and our last couple feeder sets for like 6 and 4. And then we finally worked up to the stack on the straight arm pull downs, and we went to failure, dropped it to 80, which is about half that, and then went to failure again. And then he went, matched the numbers, and then we went over and did the pull down. So a little bit of rest or longer rest period as opposed to doing like a traditional superset, because I didn't want those top sets to be fatiguing in nature to where my lungs held me back. So with those pull downs, all we did there was work up to 150, failure set, he went failure set, and we did a back off, same thing with 100. From there, that's where the fun began. We worked up to 160s on those dumbbell rows. We did a couple feeder sets to kind of find the right weight, and then we did a challenge set. So as many reps as we could, threw in 2 to 3 partials off the ground, like almost being dead stop style, like John Meadows taught us. And then we did a back off there as well with the 100. So 160s for failure, and then 100 for failure. So that was a single arm row. Wanted to go over to a double arm. So we did a traditional rest pulse with the stack there with that Cybex rows. You guys know I love that piece. Neutral grip drills the lats.
This one sucked.
That's where I knew it was. We were starting to get after him. We were moving at such a fast pace. Like he won't be able to capture that on film, only because we're not going to show you the rest periods. But from start to finish, it was back to back. Load weight, go. Load weight, go. It was me go, he go. Load weight, go. And that pace is what made that hard. And what made that really challenging, because we didn't back off load at all, where you'll find a lot of people, if they move at that pace, like they just won't be able to keep up with that load because their bodies would fail. So again, that's just a matter of what I call training capacity and just getting after it. That's, to me, like the way Branch Warren trains, Jay Cutler, just a fast pace, bam, 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 bang, set after set. So from there, what we needed to do was get back to another single arm row, but this time instead of doing top sets, what I wanted to do was get some volume on that one arm barbell row with chains. So we did a couple field sets with 1 quarter and 2 quarters, and eventually got 3 quarters for 3 sets. We did 12, 10, and 8 with 2 chains stacked on the end. Initially, when it came in here, I wanted to do some standing one arm rows with the DI piece that you guys always know, but I just knew I didn't need it. So what we finished here was a semi-pronated seated cable row with the prime handles, and just kind of held the contraction for like a 1 count, trying to drill that upper back. So think about everything between your shoulder blades, and even honestly a little bit of rear delt. And then lastly, to finish off, what we had to do was hammer some low back. My lower back was already pretty tight after all the rowing. So all we needed was 2 sets of 25 on the reverse hyper, really trying to get a good contraction at the top. And that was, I mean, by that, my lower back was thumping. After just 2 sets and essentially getting 50 total reps. And then lastly, just to loosen up our low backs, we did 3 sets on the hanging leg reses to finish. So I knew today was going to be hard. And, you know, with Dave being in town, I wanted to give him what I call an experience of training with me. And, like, this is how I work out all the time. And, you know, again, drilling the muscle, being precise, but at the same time, just cranking, just back and forth, like going at each other, back and forth, almost like a boxing match is how I kind of view that, like who's going to break first. And today, that was what the session was all about, just who could push and push and push until we were finally done. So I'm going to let him talk a little bit about what it was like.
Well, the pace was definitely quick. It gets real. The pump was stupid, absolutely stupid. Like, honestly, probably could have gone home after the first superset.
Right.
Incredible. Basically, there's also a swimming pool in this training center. You guys don't know that, but there is. Yeah, it was just a great session.
You know, it's one of those things, like, I always like having people in who's willing to work hard and go all the way deep on a work set. And I mean, if you follow his Instagram or have a privilege to train with him or in his gym, you know he doesn't scare the hard work. So that's one of the reasons I know in my heart this man will be a pro one day. It's just a matter of how many perfect meals we can string together, how many training sessions like we just did. Like, it's just a matter of time. So if we keep doing this with him over and over again, he is going to be a pro. There's zero doubt in my mind about that. So when our schedules align, he come into town and me try to show him a little bit of what the next level of training is about. Because I would never have questioned his work ethic before he came today, but there's always little things we can learn when we train with people with like minds, right? So again, to kind of recap here, this is back day 1. We're at chest and shoulders tomorrow. Legs on Wednesday is going to be fucking stupid. I already know it. I was telling him a little bit about what we're going to finish with. And it's going to finish probably with both him and I's heads buried in that dumpster back there, if I have it planned right. So anyways, thanks for following along, guys. Chris Edmonds TV. Like, share, and subscribe. If you think you want to come train with me, please, like, say a prayer or two. You might need it. Or bust your balls, get in better shape, and then when you come to train, there'll be time and you'll be ready and prepared, because he was prepared for today and that shit still sucked. So again, this is what to me training's about. This is why I love bodybuilding. It isn't the posing trunks, the tanning, all that stupid shit, Instagram photos. Like, this to me, what we just did, is why I love bodybuilding. And we'll go ahead and be my second favorite, and that's eat chicken on rice. So Thanks. Follow along, like, share, and subscribe, comment below, and we'll see you next time.